In early July, I participated in a monastery Workweek in Sonora, California. I attended to help with physical labor as well as participate in the services, just like everyone else. What I was not expecting was what a joyous time I would have. Although I thought it would be nice, a word that no longer holds value, in reality I cannot remember the last time I was that happy. For a monastery, us workers got up late. Some mornings, the ones I was awake for, I heard the Samantran's rhythmic knock echoing through the monastery grounds. How it wakes anyone while asleep is a mystery to me, but I suppose once you live there for a while it wakes you. No birthday party, no amusement park, no day at the beach gave me the accomplishment and felicity as these few days at the monastery. Psalm 94:19 states, "In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul." We all lead stressful lives. This, we know. As for me, this work was quite liberating. No words could better express my time at the Workweek of Saint Silouan's Monastery. The work was somewhat repetitive, in particular scraping up a fence for hours on end, but when you get to talk with friends, it isn't all that bad. Without doubt, the most exciting part of the physical labor was driving the ATV, which ironically is one of the more worldly tools used. In the words of Bishop Irinye, quote, "Proof that the youth aren't entirely willing to leave the outside world behind," end quote. Now I won't lie, it was freezing cold at times, and the bugs did not cease to antagonize me, yet I was happy with it. Working at the monastery, I felt an inexpressible joy which greeted me at every day's beginning.
Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, both now and ever, and unto the ages of ages. Amen. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Master bless.
The Lord our God bless the food and drink of thy servants, for they are holy always, now and ever, and unto ages of ages.
Amen. Приятного аппетита!
My time there, concerning services, was roughly what I had expected. Every morning we arose and greeted God with morning liturgy. Now one might think this tedious, but in truth it was not. Quite to the contrary, it was uplifting, and for a lack of a better word, fun. Although most of the time was spent working and in church, we did have some other activities. Several talks were given throughout the week that were gratifying and enlightening. Father Paul talked about Saint Silouan, Father Jesse about courtship, Bishop Irinye about purity, and finally Father Martin about technology. I'd love to summarize all their talks, as they made a great impression upon me, but alas I could not do it with half the elegance and bravado they did. Thanks to the generosity of a certain John and Olga, the youth had the opportunity to swim in a lake that also happens to double as a backyard. Swimming there was both relaxing and quite refreshing due to the high temperatures. This week was much more comfortable thanks to this kindness.
How do we know what God's will is for anything? How do we know what it is we're supposed to do? We have before us, especially at this time of our lives, so many choices before us.
I can honestly say this experience was something I shall never forget. I look forward to doing it again and hope it becomes a tradition for years to come. I am very glad to know, and I don't know after which of the 20 reminders given I finally caught on, that the work I did benefits the monastics there, helping them to lead a more prayerful life.
Greetings to all of you, especially Father Ignatius, Brother Andrew, Mother, all of you who have assembled and are working here. Very nice to be with you.
Shall rejoice. Turn thy face away from my sins and blot out all mine iniquities.
Which are the reminders, the visual reminders of the fact that we're surrounded by, as it says in the scriptures, a great cloud of witnesses who are with us and who pray with us. Calligraphy and listen to chanting and do nothing all day long. But in reality, there are places where you go and you work hard. That sounds a little absurd. That's just worldly stuff. Those things don't have anything to do. What does building a fire pit have to do